Alright, so I finally finished it. Took a long time. So after that, I don't want to make a bag again, but I've still got to make another 3. Alright, so here you go. So that goes there. Like that. These weren't made by me. I bought these from a charity shop. It was attached to a handbag, and these would be much better than anything I would have been able to make these. And I just put some straps on, and you know, attach these, and I just, you know, I don't have this sort of skill level yet. And the bag is totally different to the one I normally have. The one I normally have is like that, and everything's on the outside, and I get caught on everything. So on this one, everything's on the inside, because I can go through doors and bang myself on the doors. So these clips, they sort of slide in, and you know, you can make sure they, you know, stay stable and they don't slip off. So that's how it can open if you want it to open like that. And then it's got another nylon bag on the inside, which is what the structure will be filled. There's about 10 pockets altogether, compared to the old one, which had about 9 pockets, but this one's much bigger. So I can close it like that. And they're all separate zips, so there's two zips, but it's one whole zip, and then there's another one the same there and at the back. Then I can just slide it in like that. There you go. So there's I've got 3 of these metal ones and 5 plastic ones. So this one's for the chest, that one's for the hips. The plastic ones, these are for the straps, so you can undo the straps if you want to undo the straps. And there's one there, and one there. So this one is so as you can see, there's a stitch there. This stitch is held so the strap won't move around, and if I want to, I can tighten the bag, the part that's on the back, and because it's stitched on, I can tighten the front, and it'll sort of curl forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I attached 6 zips to it. You can see the 2 there. I've already opened it. It's just to show you. And zips always fail, so I'm just going to open it all up. So it opens up like that. I mean, it's not going to be opened up like that, it's just to show. And you know, that's the nylon bag. That's still there. I could have taken it off, but I just didn't. So I did try to film it as much as I could, but I didn't manage to film as much as I should have, because holding the camera in one hand and doing work with the other isn't always the best way of doing something. So you can access it like that as well. And there's a quick access point at the back. So yeah, and if rather than opening all the clips, because there's so many zips, you can just open it from the side and put your hand in. Initially the bag, I think it was 85 that it came up to, but then it, you know, I think the machine I worked on, I used a lot of thread, and then I used extra material, so these straps I didn't have, and so I used this strapping as well, you know, just because you can have a smaller item or a bigger item that you might want to attach to the straps, so I had to get extra straps, and then needle, thread, and then I had I think I didn't have these, I can't remember, but I think I had to buy these separately as well, and I used so much glue. Oh my god, I used so much glue. But yeah, and this logo, I did design it, but I didn't do the stitching on that. And I could have, but I just didn't feel ready. Like, I didn't have the skill for it. It would have taken me a long time. So I had my mum do it. Mum to the rescue. I think all in all it's come out alright, but I did come up against something. The bag I looked at, it didn't have the right, it wasn't done properly. It was, so if you look at the bottom, it's straight there, but then the zip is bent because the bag I undid and stitched, it had a line going through the middle where it folded up. So I went with that line, but then it was all wonky. So the bag they made, I should have checked it out before I did it, but I'm not, it's more for function for me rather than anything else. But yeah, that's what, I mean, I did make a lot of mistakes on it. There's a lot of stitching that's been redone on it, and after doing all the stitching, working with leather is it's not easy, because the fabric, it's got its own memory, and working with something that's got its own path, you have to sort of stretch things out at times, and if you've got one hand on the crank, then it's not convenient. So that's how it looks. It's a bit high. It's high because of the other bags that normally fit, and because I ride around, and so at the bottom, the strap at the bottom, it's loose through this gap, and that's so I can, you know, I can pull the bag if I need to, whereas, you know, there's the clips at the top, which, you know, they can be squashed into place, and it's got also got two bottoms on it, so that's the bottom of the bag, but if I was to undo that, there'd be another bottom on the bag, and I did that because I thought this was the place this was the main part of the bag that would get worn out the most. So that's why if you watch me making something, it's a separate foundation for the bag. So that's it.